You know you need a vision statement, but what the heck is one? And how does that differ from a mission statement? In today's video, I'm not only going to help you write your vision statement in a really simple framework, but I'll also show you how that can help drive your business in the right direction. So let's go. Hey y'all, Rico Nasol here, and I'm a business coach. And like most entrepreneurs, when you're first starting your business, you know you need a vision statement, a mission statement, and a vision statement. But where do you even begin? That's why I created this video, and I'm going to show you exactly how to write your vision statement, and that'll help steer your business in the right direction. Why are vision statements important? Well, for one, vision statements are important to help you create your larger strategic plan. It's the where you're going in your business. So we talked about before, mission statements are the why you exist, but the vision statement is where you're going. So you need to be clear, succinct, and easily to understand, and really paint a clear picture of where your business is going. And that is the clear distinction between mission and vision, right? Mission is why. So when you think about mission is why you exist. And when you think about vision is where are you going? So people confuse these things all the time, but think of mission as why, vision is where, and that's easiest way for you to distinguish between the two. Where also is what success looks like when you get there. So where are you going and what does it look like when you're there? Let's use Netflix again as a model. So if you saw my last video or my video about mission statements, we used Netflix as a model. I used to work there, so yeah, whatever. Well, but it's just easy to tie something to a real world example. So their mission is to entertain the world, which we talked about before, and vision is becoming the best global entertainment distribution service. So remember those things, and I'll tie it back, and you'll see why it's really important and how we distinguish between the two. So one thing to clarify up front, there are two kinds of vision statements, and the first is quantitative. So this meaning your vision can be tied to something that's measurable. It could be a service goal, like to serve every parent, or it could be a revenue goal to hit $1 billion by 2025. The second is superlative. So quantitative and then superlative, where you're the best at something. So you can be the best in class, the creative team, the best in service, or the #1 destination for shoes. If we're to tie this back to Netflix is to be the best entertainment distribution service, right? This is where Netflix is. They're the best at something. So either of these models can work for you, whether you want it to be quantitative or superlative. Either can work for you, but remember these 5 things. This is how you add the rigor to your statement. So the first is think about your vision 5 years from now. So remember, this vision has to describe a future and how much you've made it better. So what does it look like in 2030? So if you're saying, today's 2022, what does it look like in 2027 or 2030? If you don't think that far ahead, having a vision for 6 months from now, I don't think that's a vision, that's more of a goal. By the end of the year, we want to hit 100 million. That's not a vision, that's just a goal for this year. The next piece is using future tense. So it's common to use statements like we envision or we will, talking about things in the future. And it should be pretty obvious that you're not there today. So if if it's a revenue vision to hit $1 billion, and you're at 900 million, you're pretty much there. It has to be something that is in the future, and something that you're not there yet today, and something that you aspire to be. For Netflix, it's to be the best entertainment distribution service, period. So you could argue that they're not there yet. Some would argue that they are, but I would argue that there's still a lot of room to go, because it's global. It has to be global. Which brings me to the next point. Point 3 is it should be directional. So again, this implies that you aren't there yet, and using the Netflix vision statement as a model, it's global. It's telling you it's directional. You could say domestic, but in Netflix perspective, they want to be global. So that's reaching everybody in the world. It tells you the direction they're going. They want to reach everyone. And fourth, it should be big. I don't know if anyone has small visions, but you need to have a big vision. You want to think big. You want to make sure you're taking big swings, and you want to be better than anybody in the world. for Netflix is the best at this. They want to be better than everybody else. They want to set the gold standard for the world. And if that's not a big swing, I don't know what is. The best in the solar system. And remember that vision statements are meant to think big and create a better future. So this should inspire and motivate people to want to get there and want to see and realize that better future that you're painting. And the fifth piece is it should be descriptive. So this is your North Star. You want people to imagine what that future is like and know what it's like to build it and be a part of that architecture and really building that future. And to me, right, like using Netflix again, it's pretty clear to me what like being the best global entertainment platform and like that's pretty clear to me. And it's also pretty clear to me that, you know, everything that they're doing is in that vein. So there's probably like, you know, color to be added, like how's the engineering team going to do that? How's the accounting team going to do that? But still, when you think about like that larger vision, like everything that the company does aligns to that vision. Writing a vision statement shouldn't take a few minutes. It should take more than that. Like we have a few minutes today, right, to talk about how to write it, but I'm going to like walk you through it again. So those were the 5 tips. Those are the 2 different kinds. And then we'll give a bit of an example here on how to do it. This should take, you know, hours, days. It should be something that you actually put some more rigor into and some thought into. But let's talk about it now, right? So if I were to walk you through this is sort of what it would look like. Start with we envision, and you may change this or update it later. You may not like the terms that we envision, but at least puts you in a good place and a good mindset of like thinking about what it looks like in the future. I mean, vision's in there, we envision. So like you're really thinking about what it's going to be like in the future. And this is going to be painting that future for us. So what's different in 5 years? How have you impacted the world? What does it look like? Ask yourselves these questions. So you may be doing it now, write it down on a piece of paper. In 5 years, what changed? How is it different? How are your customers different? How have you improved the world, and what does that look like? And you want to be as clear and descriptive as you can in this future. Who is impacted? How are they impacted? What did you create to make this impact? All these descriptors should be included in your vision statement. It could be, for example, with Netflix's, you can add extra verbiage. So yes, the best global entertainment distribution platform and service, but you can also have like to do that, we'll have a content delivery network on every continent. Will be accessible in every country, right? So these are things that people can also, that helps paint that clear vision and things that people can see themselves doing and see themselves being a part of. And you don't have to include this all the time with your vision statement, but make sure you capture it and then you socialize it. And once you have your strong mission statement and now your strong vision statement, let that be the guide for you for all your strategic objectives and goals. They should work their way into how your teams think about projects, how they prioritize. Like if you really think about like entertaining the world and becoming the best global entertainment distribution service, to me those in tandem are pretty clear about like what Netflix is doing and what they're trying to do. So what is that for you? Make sure that you have that same level of clarity with your teams. So hopefully this got your brain going, your creative juices flowing. Mission and vision statements, sometimes people think, oh, those are just for show, they're like cliche or whatever, but I think they really help your organizations stay aligned, and it gives them the inspiration and motivation to like come to work and like work for each other and work for this better future that you painted. It'll also help bring more focus to your teams and help avoid that shiny object syndrome, especially if you're like in startups. People think like, oh, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that, but you need something to anchor everyone in and something to provide that like focus. So being an entertainment business, you could like, we're going to make hardware now, we're going to make gaming consoles. You could do all those things, but that's not what the vision is. The vision is through a entertainment distribution service. So it helps people stay focused. And don't forget to use that checklist, the 5-step checklist, to add more rigor to your vision statement. So yeah, if you like this video, let me know how it goes in the comments. If you want to share your mission and vision statements in the comments, please do so, and we can talk through there. Tell me what you think, and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you next time.